as of just 3 minutes ago, some areas in Sierra Madre are under evacuation orders.
Right, burn scars are now saturated, and that means a risk of debris and mud flow. KCAL News reporter Cara Frenstrom is live with an update from the city. Cara?
Yeah, I just checked my Genesis app, and you can see that area, the entire area that was evacuation warnings here, now evacuation orders. The rain is coming down, and joining us are two of the folks from the city who've been monitoring this for us. We've got James Carlson and also Laura Aguilar. We thank you for your time this morning. And let's start with you. You've been watching this overnight. What are your thoughts as this storm approaches?
Well, my first thought is this is go time. We have just now issued the evacuation order. I want to make that clear. That's mandatory time. And it covers 20 zones underneath the burn scar. That's over 1,000 Sierra Madre residents. It covers 800 acres, and it's about 580 structures. And it's very important for our residents to know that when the mud is flowing, and we expect it to flow, the public works crews, police department, fire department, ambulances, search and rescue will not enter the area when the debris is flowing. So please get out.
Obviously, this was a huge fire, just damaged so much of the hillside up there. You're also concerned in particular about a debris basin up there.
Well, we actually got a lot of assistance from LA County Public Works Flood Control District. They removed 2,500 truckloads of debris from behind the Sierra Madre Dam. So they are also watching this very closely. We have another 2 or 3 priority debris basins that they have addressed, but we're really looking for our residents to tighten up their own homes. You can see that we have put some stuff in the street, but this is the time to actually leave.
And you are also pushing out some of these warnings on social media. I don't see any activity in the streets here, but what kind of feedback are you getting? How are you encouraging folks to comply?
We are putting our messaging out through the city's social media platforms. We're using Nixle, and we are referencing and asking our residents to please, if they haven't already done so, download the Genesis app. The Genesis Protect app will let the residents know, once they plug in their address, what their evacuation status is. And it's really important that they are following those orders. This is a condition that we haven't really seen before. We've had fires in our foothills before, but not to this magnitude. The burn scar is a lot bigger than what we've seen in former fires, and so we are expecting a lot of debris and mud flows to happen in our community, and especially the areas that are most impacted by the Eaton fire. We are asking the residents to please evacuate if they are ordered to do so. If they decide and choose to shelter in place, they may not have access to public safety personnel.
And I know you had police out earlier this morning as that rain was coming down pretty hard for a while there, doing what you called windshield checks. What have you been able to gather so far?
So we've been conducting windshield surveys every 2 hours through the police department. What that means is they are in their vehicles driving and looking through the windshields of the vehicles to assess any mud and debris flows. At this time, we've had a steady rain. It is expected to pick up throughout the day, and with the ground saturation, the mud flows are also expected to pick up. But as of yet, we haven't had any significant reports of mud and debris flow.
And then just quickly, you have 1,000 people that are now under mandatory evacuation orders. Do you think that is going to be the extent of it for this storm? How long can they anticipate maybe being out?
Well, we do think that that's going to be the extent of the number of people, and that should probably carry on throughout the next couple of years that we're going to be facing mudslides. It's really hard for us to tell how long the duration may be. We've been planning, we have institutional knowledge, we have assistance from the state, the county. These are all maps, these are all wonderful hydrologists, geologists that have given us the best clues, but today is the first day that it's actually going to happen, so we really don't know exactly what to expect.
And this is why also the Genesis Protect app is really important, because it'll let the residents know when they are safe to return. When the evacuation orders are lifted, it will also update on the Genesis Protect app. And so that is the quickest way for them to determine whether or not they're able to return to their homes.
All right, thanks both of you for joining us this morning. And I can tell you that when it did switch over right at 7 o'clock this morning, I did hear the beep because we're right on the edge of that evacuation zone. So it is working. It's letting folks know that it's time to go.